One quiet moment, one wet bathroom floor, one misstep no one sees coming, and suddenly a life that once felt stable is turned upside down. For many adults over 50, this isn't some dramatic accident. It's a simple loss of balance. A slip while standing up, a stumble walking down the hall at night. And yet, the consequences can be life-altering months of recovery, lost confidence, and a fear that never quite goes away. What most people don't realize is that falls rarely come out of nowhere. They are usually the final result of something much quieter and much easier to overlook: declining leg strength. Weak legs don't announce themselves loudly. They creep in slowly. You might notice it when standing up from a chair takes more effort, when stairs feel steeper, or when your knees feel unsure for just a second longer than normal. It's so easy to dismiss these moments. I'm just tired. It's just my age. But beneath the surface, something important is happening. Your legs are your foundation. They support every single movement you make standing, walking, bending, turning, catching yourself when you lose balance. When that foundation weakens, everything above it becomes less secure. Independence quietly erodes. Confidence fades. Daily life begins to feel smaller. The hardest truth is this: most people only start thinking about leg strength after something goes wrong, after the fall, after the injury, after the fear sets in. But if you're here right now, listening to this, you're already ahead of that moment. Because strength loss is not a sudden event. It's a gradual process, and that means it can be slowed, stopped, and even reversed with the right approach. You don't need a gym. You don't need heavy equipment or hours of training. What you need is intention, consistency, and movements that respect your body while challenging it in the right way. In this series, we're focusing on 3 simple, safe exercises that can be done right at home. Exercises designed not for athletes, but for real life. Movements that help you stand up with ease, walk with confidence, and feel steady on your feet again. We begin with a powerful but often underestimated movement, one that teaches your legs to work independently, strengthens balance, and rebuilds trust between your body and the ground beneath it. This is where strength begins again. As we age, the muscles in our legs, especially the thighs and hips, naturally weaken if they aren't regularly challenged. This process doesn't happen overnight. It starts subtly, often decades before we notice its effects. By the time many people reach their later years, a significant portion of their original leg strength has quietly disappeared. The result: difficulty rising from chairs, hesitation on stairs, a shuffling gait instead of a confident stride. One of the most effective ways to counter this is by training each leg individually. Why? Because daily life doesn't use both legs equally. When you step forward, catch your balance, or climb stairs, one leg often does more work than the other. Over time, this can create imbalances that increase the risk of falls. A split stance squat variation addresses this directly. This movement places one leg forward as the primary worker, while the other provides light support behind you. It may look simple, but it challenges the exact muscles responsible for keeping you upright: the thighs, hips, and glutes. The focus isn't on depth or intensity. It's on control, stability, and the ability to lower yourself and rise back up with confidence. Here's how to practice the movement safely. Begin by positioning yourself near a sturdy chair or a wall for support. Stand with one foot forward and the other slightly behind you. If elevating your back foot feels uncomfortable, Just keep both feet on the floor. Now, slowly bend the front knee, keeping your chest upright and your weight centered over your heel. Lower yourself only as far as feels comfortable and stable. Then, press through that front foot to return to standing. At first, the movement may feel a little unsteady. That's completely normal. Balance improves through practice, not perfection. Start with a small number of repetitions, just enough to feel your muscles working without strain. Over time, your legs will respond, strength will return, stability will improve, and something else will happen too. You'll begin to trust your body again. Of course, movement is only part of the equation. After 50, our muscles need more nutritional support to recover and rebuild. Protein becomes especially important, not in huge amounts, but consistently throughout the day. Minerals like magnesium and potassium help muscles contract and relax properly, reducing fatigue, and staying hydrated keeps everything functioning smoothly. Strength is not built in a single workout. It's built through daily care movement paired with nourishment. This first exercise lays the groundwork. It reminds your legs how to support you, how to stabilize you, and how to lift you back up. And once that foundation begins to strengthen, everything else becomes possible. Thanks for joining me today. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next video in our series. Do you ever wake up feeling that stiffness you definitely didn't have a few years ago? Maybe it's a dull ache in your lower back, or that tight feeling that makes standing up a slow, cautious process. It's so easy to just shrug and say, well, I guess this is just part of getting older. But what if I told you that often the real issue isn't your age, it's the muscles you're not using. I'm talking about the powerful muscles in your hips and glutes. These aren't just for show. They're the foundation for nearly every single movement you make. They stabilize your pelvis, they protect your spine, and they give you the power to stand up, walk, and lift things without hurting yourself. When these crucial muscles weaken, your body has to find a way to compensate. It starts shifting the workload to places that aren't designed for it, like your lower back. This is what leads to that nagging discomfort, poor posture, and a much higher risk of injury. So, what's the secret to waking these muscles back up? It's not about intense, high-impact workouts. It's about a simple, safe, and incredibly effective movement that you can do right on your floor. Let's talk more about why your hip strength is so important. Think of the muscles around your hips as anchors. They keep your spine perfectly aligned and make every movement smooth and efficient. When they're weak, all that strain gets redirected to your lower back and even your knees. Your balance starts to feel less reliable. Simple things, like getting out of bed or standing up from the couch, can suddenly feel unstable and risky. And it's a cycle. Long periods of sitting, being less active, and even a fear of movement can make these muscles even weaker. But here's the good news. Your body is incredibly adaptable. With the right kind of encouragement, those dormant muscles can wake up and get back to work. So, let's get into this gentle but powerful movement. You'll start on the floor, which is great because it takes a lot of the pressure off your joints and lets you focus on control. Lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet planted flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Now, very slowly, I want you to lift your hips up towards the ceiling. You're aiming to create a straight line from your shoulders all the way to your knees. The key here is the speed. It's slow and intentional. You're not using momentum. you're using muscle. At the very top of the movement, just pause for a second. That brief pause is where the magic happens. You should feel the muscles in your glutes and hamstrings really engage, working to hold you up. Then, just as slowly, and with the same control, lower your hips back down to the floor. There's no rushing, no straining. It's all about a steady, focused activation of the very muscles that protect your spine and support your posture. This is often called a glute bridge, and it's a game changer. When you do this consistently, it can significantly reduce back discomfort, improve the way you walk, and bring back that feeling of strength and stability through your core and hips. Now, building strength is one thing, but supporting your body's recovery is just as important. These are large, powerful muscles, and they need the right fuel to repair and grow stronger. Nutrients like calcium and vitamin D are fantastic for bone health, which is the framework everything is built on. Healthy fats, like those from avocados or nuts, can help manage inflammation. And don't forget hydration. Keeping your body well hydrated helps your connective tissues stay resilient and responsive. When you combine smart movement with good nutrition, the progress feels so much smoother. The pain starts to decrease, and your confidence in your body just soars. Remember, this isn't about trying to turn back the clock or chasing some idea of youth. It's about restoring function. It's about rebuilding the natural strength. Once your hips and core feel stable and strong again, your entire body becomes more efficient, right from the ground up. You'll feel more balanced, more capable, and ready to enjoy everything life has to offer. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll give this a try. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips on moving better and feeling your best. Have you ever felt that nagging heaviness in your legs after a long day? Or noticed your ankles swelling up a bit more than they used to? It's a common feeling, but many of us overlook the real culprit. It's not always just about being tired. Often, the answer lies in a part of our body we rarely think about until it starts to complain: our calves. These powerful muscles in our lower legs do so much more than just help us walk. They're a critical part of our body's circulatory system, acting like a second heart. Think about it. Every time you take a step, your calf muscles contract and squeeze the veins in your lower legs. This action pushes blood back up towards your heart, fighting against gravity. It's a brilliant piece of biological engineering. But when we're inactive for long periods, or as these muscles weaken over time, this pumping action becomes less efficient. Blood can start to pool in our lower legs, leading to that heavy, tired feeling, swelling, and even an increased risk for other circulation issues. So, strong calves aren't just for athletes. They're essential for everyone's long-term health and mobility. The good news is, you don't need a gym membership or fancy equipment to wake these muscles up. You can start strengthening your second heart right now, wherever you are. One of the simplest yet most effective exercises is the calf raise. Just stand up straight, holding onto a wall or a sturdy chair for balance. Slowly rise up onto the balls of your feet, lifting your heels as high as you comfortably can. Feel that gentle squeeze in your calves. Hold it for a second, and then slowly lower your heels back down to the floor. That's it. That's one rep. The key here isn't speed or how high you can lift. It's about slow, controlled movement. By doing this simple exercise regularly, you're not just building muscle. You're improving your balance, making your steps feel lighter, and boosting your circulation. Imagine walking with more energy and less fatigue. It's a small movement with massive benefits for your entire body. When you pair this with staying well hydrated and getting enough minerals, you also help prevent those painful leg cramps that can jolt you awake at night. So far, we've covered 3 simple, foundational movements to rebuild your strength and mobility. None of them require special gear, and none of them demand extreme effort. But when you put them all together, they tackle the most common reasons why we start to feel less mobile as we get older. This isn't about pushing yourself to the limit or achieving perfection overnight. It's about something much more powerful: consistency. Just 10 minutes a day, a few focused, gentle movements. It's a small investment in yourself that pays huge dividends down the road. Picture this. Years from now, you're walking through a beautiful park, enjoying the scenery without constantly scanning for the next bench. You're standing up from a low chair without a second thought. You're playing with your grandkids, traveling to new places, and simply moving through your daily life with ease and confidence. That future isn't a fantasy. It's something you build, one small, intentional decision at a time, starting today. Your body has an incredible capacity to heal and strengthen. You're not just slowing down, you're in a process of rebuilding. If this message has resonated with you, I encourage you to take that first step today. Don't feel overwhelmed. Just pick one movement that feels right for you and try it. Then do it again tomorrow. Let your strength return to you gradually, naturally, and safely. You've got this. And if you found this video helpful and want to see more content that empowers you to take control of your health, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. Your support helps us reach more people who need to hear this message. Thank you so much for watching.